Let's see the sum first. It says a pilot in an aeroplane observes that Vashi Bridge is on one side of the plane and Worli ceiling is just on the opposite side. The angle of depression of Vashi Bridge and Worli ceiling are 60 degree and 30 degree respectively. If the aeroplane is at a height of 5,500 meter at that time, what is the distance between Vashi Bridge and Worli ceiling? When you read the sum, it seems to be so scary, but it's very simple. Let's understand how we are doing it. It says when you read the first line, it says a pilot in an aeroplane. So there is a pilot in an aeroplane here. He is observing Vashi Bridge on one side and Worli ceiling is on the opposite side. So obviously the opposite side is going to be the other side here. So Worli ceiling, right? So he's first observing Vashi Bridge, then he's observing Worli ceiling, and he's observing from the top. He's looking down. That means here it is going to be an angle of depression that is given ahead. It says angle of depression of Vashi Bridge. That means when the pilot is observing Vashi Bridge, there is an angle of depression which is given as 60 degree. And same way when he is looking at Worli ceiling, there is an angle of depression which is formed, yes, and that angle is given as 30 degree. So this is the information given here. It says if the aeroplane is at a height of 5,500 meter, the height of the aeroplane from the ground is 5,500 meter, then what is the distance between Vashi Bridge and Worli ceiling? That means here we are supposed to calculate BC. Now students, here we know when we are doing angles of depression, sums based on that. Obviously the angle of depression, that is angle EAB, is given as 60. So its alternate angle, that is angle ABD, will be 60. Same way, angle FAC is given as 30. That means angle ACD will also be 30. This is one more information which we get. Now let's see how to solve this further. Now let's do the description of the figure first. So we know that here A represents the point of observer. And here we know that B and C, these 2 points represent the Vashi Bridge and Worli ceiling respectively, right? Now let's move ahead. What else? We have the length of AD. What is AD? AD represents the height of the plane from the ground, which is given to us as 5,500 meter. We have two angles of depression here, that is angle EAB and angle FAC. They are the angles of depression, and from that we can say that angle EAB is equal to angle ABD is equal to 60 and angle FAC is equal to angle ACD is equal to 30. Why? Because they are alternate angles. Now this is what we have here, but what are we supposed to solve and get? We need to get the length of BC. Now observe students. Now look at BC. BC is made up of two segments, BD and DC. Yes. So we need to find BD and DC. If you look at BD, BD belongs to a right angle triangle there, right? Which right angle triangle? Yes, it is belonging to that right angle triangle. Yes, ADB. So in that right angle triangle, observe that acute angle there. Observe that acute angle. Which acute angle do we have? Yes, angle B. For that acute angle, we have the opposite side, which is AD, and we have the adjacent side, which is BD. So we are talking about a ratio which involves opposite side and adjacent side, and we know it is tan. So we are going to use tan of 60. So right, tan 60 is equal to AD upon BD. So now we substitute the value. The value of tan 60 from the table is √3. So we substitute that value there. So √3 is equal to the value of AD we know is 5,500 √3 upon BD remains as it is. So now we solve it further. So BD goes on to the other side. √3 comes here, and we have √3 and √3 cancels. We get BD is equal to 5,500 meter. So we got the value of BD. Same way we need to find the length of CD. Can we find that? It's very easy now. Let's see this. Now DC again belongs to a right angle triangle ADC. So in that right angle triangle ADC, look at the acute angle which we have. That is nothing but angle C. So for that acute angle, observe what is the opposite side there. We know is nothing but AD, and the adjacent side is DC. So again a ratio involving opposite and adjacent. We know it's nothing but tan. Beautiful. So we write there tan of 30 is equal to AD upon DC. Tan 30 from the table is 1 upon √3. So we write 1 upon √3 is equal to the value of AD is nothing but it is 5,500 √3 upon DC remains as it is. So now we cross multiply. So DC goes on to the left hand side there, numerator. So we get DC is equal to 5,500 √3 into √3 gives you 3. And when we multiply, we get the length of DC to be 16,500 meter. So we got the length of DC too. So BD and DC both done. So can we find BC? Yes. So now we write BC is equal to BD plus DC. That is nothing but 5,500 plus 16,500. And when we add it, we get that to be 22,000 meter. So in kilometer, when we write this, that is divide by 1000, we will get that the value of BC is 22 kilometer. That means now we know that the distance between Vashi Bridge and Worli Ceiling is 22 kilometer. That's the sum.